Cock-a-doodle-doo. It's the best I can do. I think you're going to have to take over that little intro bit, Bella.
Hey.
What up, blunters? How's it going out there?
Oh, blunties. Yes.
Yes. Oh, man. I can't believe it. A week later, I'm still sitting here with a voice that sounds like it's being shoveled through a set of assholes, and you're hearing it coming out of the wind tunnel. Oh, man. How are you doing, Bells?
I'm hanging in there, to be honest. It's been a week. I've just been doing a lot, and everyone is just getting sick left, right, and center. I've been trying my best to, pew, 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 block it away, but yeah.
Is that the sound you make whenever you hear someone cough in public? You're just behind them, go pew, pew,
pew, pew. Yeah, absolutely.
To make life fun, hey?
Kind of like Wonder Woman. You know how she blocks the stuff with the bracelets?
I thought she used a vagina.
Oh, well, I don't know which version you're watching. I'm watching Marvel.
I think of the Invisible Man when he tries to get on one. Sorry. Is that a Family Guy thing I just drew then? Or maybe it is. One of this.
Possibly. Yeah, possibly.
We can't have an intro to talk without being rude. I mean, that tells the world, if we're just serious, that something's dreadfully wrong.
You B plus we. But yes, this is true. It's been hectic.
It's been hectic. Is it a good hectic or bad hectic this week for you?
Oh, good. It's actually been pretty good, to be honest. It's been good. It's just been hella busy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, this happening right now, I don't have time for this. But sometimes things happen and your body says, slow down.
Yeah. That's so
take a break a little bit, right?
And it doesn't matter how much you prepare against whatever it is that you get. There's always just that moment where, if you're meant to catch something, it happens. Or for me, it's been like weird aches and pains in the body, like having achy legs, thighs, and upper thighs as well. I've been having a lot of cramps around the stomach as well, and sounds like I'm having my period. I've also got weird neck pain and shit too. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know if it's like a viral thing or if it's just me being a bitch. I'm not sure. Sorry.
All sorts of things happen, right? But yeah, exactly. I'm going to normalize, listening to my body and just, taking care of myself, basically.
Yeah, that's right.
Keep on pushing it.
And that's why Bella and I decided today to do a separate show. So we're actually coming to you across the interwebs, and she's sitting in a wonderful little room, wherever that may be.
Bright web.
Sitting in mine, and yeah.
My home studio.
You had to throw that in there. You see?
It is a home studio.
Your head already, man. My home studio.
It is my home studio because I'm professional.
Last week you were like the queen bee in 3 seconds, which is my projection.
See, and now I have to step it up. I can't just have a space. It's actually a home studio. So I'll be ready. I'll be ready eventually, and then when you see me on camera, I'll have the LED lights like they have on Steam. You were like, what the heck is this? I'm like, yeah.
You have a swivel chair, and then you'll have the audience applause and everything like that.
Yeah, bling throne, all of it.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. You have 3 cameras now. You get an extension done so the cameraman can roll cameras and stuff. Yeah. But I was just saying before as well, how funny was it that Elon Musk and Trump did an interview, right? They're you could argue the richest people in the world last week on X, which is formerly Twitter, and it was an audio interview, right? But it sounded like they were recording through a potato. It was really it's people of high profile with all the money and resources in the world, literally, not figuratively, and they can't use a proper microphone on either side. It's they just sounded like they were coming through a phone.
Is it even real?
Yes, it was real. It was a 2-hour long chat, and it was publicized both on Donald Trump's and Elon's Twitter. Yeah, it was real.
I find it amazing that our audio podcasts would be clearer than their interview. That's just insane.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't understand that. I mean, surely you'd have a media person that's saying, guys, just use this boom mic. It's $60 from Kmart.
Not even. I think it's $39.95.
You can't get them for that low with a smaller boom. Yeah, it's all right. A little table sitting mic kind of thing with a little tripod.
It's the one with the arm.
So it's actually really easy these days because there's so many products around, especially Kmart. Some of them are open 24/7. There's no excuse. But I just find that really ironic. It's it's not something a genius like Elon would even probably think about. And I guess Trump wouldn't either. To them, it's whatever works.
Or whatever doesn't matter.
Yeah, could you live like that?
Whatever works. I suppose so. I mean, that's how my life is, basically.
Oh, that's right. I mean, there's something to be said about
I'm upgrading. Look, I'm upgrading in moderation. You know what I mean?
What are you upgrading?
Well, things that I need to upgrade as I need to go along. I feel like Goldie, the Honda, is on her way out.
Oh.
She's 2005, bro. And she's been a lovely lady, but she's a little temperamental.
Oh, is she?
We're gonna go all the way. We're gonna Thelma and Louise it without the canyon.
Right up to the end. You're gonna just.
That's what I mean. Just up to the end.
All the diff gives out, or the alternator cracks settles up, and you're just gonna end up driving off a cliff.
Well, figuratively. Is it figuratively? Metaphorically?
Yeah, they work.
I'm not going to literally do it. I don't have a cliff, and that's full on. Look, if I ever do it, we'll do it for the show, but I doubt it.
Well, there'll be there'll definitely be a show on that.
I don't think that you're allowed to do that type of stuff. Are you allowed to just put a car over the cliff? What if people are down the bottom of the cliff and you didn't know it and kill people?
You're definitely not allowed to do it. No, unless there's a private landowner that gives you permission to do it. Some rich people literally do that sort of shit, right? Or they'll pay them saying, look, we're going to land a helicopter. We're going to just come in here. We're just going to fuck shit up.
Are you
I'm
serious?
not joking. Yeah, man. Absolutely. There's even rich people, and they turn up to a warehouse and they're bossed around for an hour loading boxes, right? And that's their idea of an alternative exercise routine, and they pay to do it. That's fucking nuts.
What the heck?
Yeah, man. I'm not joking. This shit's real. In the United States of anus, it's fucking real, man. That shit happens.
That's crazy.
It is. You watch the TV show Billions. They actually do showcase some of these things, what I'm talking about. But it's exactly what happens. Silicon Valley type people, they've got these weird companies. Even the axe throwing, something that's sort of spread. And we've got axe throwing places all around Sydney now, for example. But that kind of started out very niche. And on a way of letting up frustration. Another one they have is smashing up old cars with a fucking bobcat, driving around someone's land, just trashing cars. Just crushing shit, letting out anger, and people pay to do it. It's it's fascinating. So you might get lucky. You might find someone might email us at Blunt Talk, go, hey, I've got 100 acres and would love to have a car.
Go over a cliff, sure. All right, then. I guess. I don't know if I could do that. Who's going to clean it up?
Well, it's people on their own property can sometimes have their own landfill or whatever. They don't care. It depends. Obviously,
what if it starts up? What if it catches the light and then there's a fire?
Well, then the fucking owners get to enjoy it.
Oh my god! I mean, I don't want to fuck shit up that badly. Holy cow! That's.
I mean, if you're paying them, fucking why not?
Hang on a second. I have to pay them. I thought they were calling in and saying, "Hey, we've got this, and you can do it for
If
free."
you get lucky, yeah, sure. If someone's kind enough to offer that, that would be wonderful. I mean, I feel bad doing that in real life, though. Like, I love my Commodore at that point.
Yeah, but what if there's animals and stuff like that? Like, this doesn't sound like a good idea.
Well, no one's saying drive it off a cliff. You can use a bobcat and crush it, or you can take it to a fucking wrecker. That's always sad, though, because I always know that car's going to end up a cube tomorrow. That car's been so good to me. I hate it.
I know.
So
that's how I feel about Goldie. I don't want to do that to Goldie either, but because we were talking about Thelma and Louise, and we know that, that's what happens.
Right.
But all I meant was she's my ride or die to the very end. So.
100%. That's right. You get until like something big fucks out, then you'll just be like, wreckers.
And then maybe I'll get like a Tesla or something. I don't know yet.
You got Tesla money? That's crazy if you do.
I don't have Tesla money. How much is Tesla money? Because the thing is, I see people driving around all the time.
Yeah, but they're like out of their budget. They're really.
But they're young people. Like, they look like they're in their 20s.
Yeah, you know, Teslas, the battery power goes down with every charge, so you get less mileage. So they're going to be horrible. Yes, that's true. They're going to be horrible to sell secondhand.
Well, they've got like those free charger places at all the malls and all that other stuff. So I was thinking that perhaps it's like a economic way of doing things rather than buying fuel,
that doesn't. Okay.
What about like Toyota hybrids? Because I did drive them and they were pretty good. My dad has one.
Hybrids are great. Like, I think they're the best because, they use fuel, but the problem is with electric is you can't exactly wait around for 8 hours when you just on a road trip or something like that, waiting for your Tesla.
But it charges its own battery, the hybrid. So
that's what I'm saying.
That's why it's good. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's better off. That way.
Well, then, why do people like Teslas then?
Because they're just in on the fad and they think that they're doing something good for the environment, but it actually draws a lot more electricity from the grid.
Is that true?
Of course it's true. Absolutely.
I didn't know that. Oh my gosh.
100% true. Yeah. I mean, look, it's great if you kind of got like a business that it runs within the business and you're not like looking to resell it. And it's just within local kind of area. And just say if you have a Tesla and that's all the only vehicle you've got, and then you need to go to Melbourne or Queensland and you don't want to fly, you're fucked, because then like you can't exactly take it somewhere unless you like plan it to stay overnight at a hotel that's got a charging port. It's not always going to be simple. It's actually really hard. A lot of people have actually complained and realized that after buying one. They're like, I didn't think about that part. Even people that own them where they try to recharge it on the street and run a cord to the car, but they don't have a garage. And they didn't foresee that they were going to have to move. They ended up in a place that didn't have a driveway, right? And it was on Current Affair recently. And they were saying how bad it is because the council won't let them charge up their Tesla and they don't know what to do. Try to sell it down. Something like that, So, you got to think about these things. Like, hybrid, great. You won't get stranded and it charges itself.
Yeah, but at least, it won't go missing because people won't really necessarily steal it. You know what I mean? Because it's not something easily managed. A Tesla.
If I was a thief, that's the first thing I'd go for.
Really?
Yes.
And then were you going to drive somewhere and have to charge it up as if someone's not going to find it?
So you drive it, dump it, like every criminal does. They just take
drive and dump it?
Dump it.
I thought you drive it, you steal it so you can sell it. Isn't that what you do when you steal cars?
Some people, not probably 80% are just drive and dump a lot of the time. Break in this, thrash the car and then fucking dump it. And run, like it's common. That's why you always see these vehicles with these green stickers on them.
Crazy.
Yeah, Oh, it's right. I mean, the chop shops, they call them that because there's organised syndicates. Yeah, they might take a really fancy car and then change the edged VIN numbers and everything like that. So that way, you know, they could try and sell it under the radar or strip it for parts or something like that. You know, rebuild it somewhere else.
So it looks like the vehicle, but it's not necessarily the vehicle.
Yeah, they might incorporate other parts from another one that they boosted or whatever. So they'll mix and mash it, and they call it chop shop because that reason. It's like chopping it all up and, you know, trying to get away with selling it as second hand, but so it doesn't come up as stolen. Yeah, but it takes a lot of organisation to do that, and like the average idiot can't do that. It's a lot of work, you know. Like, you got to own a mechanic place at least to have like few workers that are in on it. Kind of. You see it in movies a lot, and the crime shows and stuff. Yeah, it's interesting because there are different types of thefts of the cars.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, of course, you know, a lot of times in Sydney, people just steal them to thrash them around, especially young people. So they're the most common type of carjacking we have here, or car theft, you know.
Do you know what else thrashes around?
Oh, you tell me, probably something naughty.
Well, what thrash? No. Well, I don't know. Maybe they are naughty. Depends on, I suppose, what they're doing. But what I'm talking about are the 4 rare albino alligators thrashing around in gator country.
Again with the gators?
Again with the gators. You know you love gator news. You know I'm with all the gator news. And the Bluntsters love the gator news. You know, there's only 146 of these reptiles in the entire country. And the entire country, I mean, the US. The US of A, obviously, because they're gators, alligators. So this actually happened. No.
Yes, there are.
Gator country, gator county, gator. Anyway, it happened in Beaumont, Texas. And 4 baby albino gators were added to the family. And they were just absolutely thrilled because it's extremely rare. Albinos are albinos.
Albino gators, because they literally don't have any pigment.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's why it's so rare, obviously. That's why it made the news. MQ, this is why it made the news, duh.
Yeah, but was it born from the same family, or were they like a collector? Really?
No, it was born from the same family.
Wow.
So the scientist Eddie Hannard basically said they were born with a lack of melanin in their genetic system. So yeah, they were born from normal parents that have the albino gene. So they didn't have any melanin in their skin, scales, eyes, or any over their face at all.
Interesting. There you go. I saw an albino, and this is not a joke, a deer near Doonside.
An albino deer? Yeah, when?
2 months ago.
2 months ago?
Yeah. Yeah, there's been a lot of spottings of it, and it's made it into like local online, as you see it in forums and stuff.
Really?
I looked it up, yeah, to see if anyone else had seen it. And yeah, there's literally, no one knows how it got there either. Deers aren't native to Australia either, so it's like maybe it came from a circus or something. It might be like a runaway animal from something, because it's right next to like a reserve where they have like different events, you know?
Yeah.
There's bushland adjacent, but people have been spotting it.
But wouldn't someone claim it though? Wouldn't someone put a poster up for an albino deer? How could it just be there and nobody claims it? It sounds like something rare, therefore probably valuable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially came from a circus.
You're taking the fun out of what I saw. I did see it. You know, why would you try to come at it from an analytical angle like that? It's maybe that's something you should do. Maybe you should go. That's a funny thing, actually.
Now I feel like going to find it.
I feel like I want to dig out the signs and put them all up saying, "Lost my albino deer."
Or we could go like looking for it, like how they look for the Bigfoot, the Sasquatch, how people go for search parties, and you can look for your albino deer.
That would be awesome. I don't think
They do that, you know. Why not?
Because it's going through the actual wetlands. And
Wetlands.
they call it, Western Sydney wetlands, yeah.
Do deers even live in the wetlands? Wetlands sounds like where gators and crocodiles should be.
Yeah, I know, right? I can't answer that. I don't know.
Where do they get stuck?
That's council land. Yeah, imagine that. And no one believes it's even there. They're just like, yeah, nah, that's not. I'm not seeing it. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, poor thing. Well, it's gone missing. Gone missing like the Wally Gator, this like depressed guy's emotional support alligator who's gone missing as well. He also made the news. I know. I told you. You thought that I was joking about the gator being an emotional support animal, and here we have someone already having it. Like literally, he's like hugging the gator. It's actually so cute. Wow. I mean, this is obviously before him missing.
Yeah,
obviously.
Right. Okay, yeah. So he lost his Crocs.
I'm sharing you the link so you can see the visual. Yeah, it's so cute. It's so tiny, and the gator looks like a full like snuggle bug. It's so cute. But yeah,
I don't know if I could put that those cute words in the same sentence.
No, I'm serious. Open it up. Like you see, Wally Gator being hugged.
He gave me to do work now while I'm trying to...
Oh, he's so cute. But anyway, so anyway, I sent it to your WhatsApp. Station sponsor.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Yeah, I see a link.
Yeah.
I'm opening a link.
It's
my mouth's dry. I have to get a drink in a sec. Oh, wow.
Joey Henny. And
only depressed man's emotional support alligator has gone missing.
Yeah, look at them hugging. Isn't that cute?
It is cute. I wonder if his gators come back to him. I mean, the stories were made.
I know.
So by now, hopefully, someone would have done the good deed and returned it to him. Hopefully not as a pair of Crocs.
Can you imagine? Holy shit.
Oh my God, man.
A pair of shoes, a jacket. Oh my God.
But it's a full gator, guys. Like, I'm looking at it. He's fully hugging it. It's the size of at least...
Cuddly.
Yeah. It's pretty large. It's like,
oh my God. If you scroll, it's got personalities when it's sunnies.
Yes, he's wearing sunnies.
Oh my God. Wally Gator has 142.3 thousand followers on TikTok.
See? That's amazing.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm looking at related stories. There's an emotional support alligator who's denied entry to a baseball stadium.
Oh. Why?
I think it's the same gator as well, the same dude.
It is an alligator named Wally Gator into the ballpark. Oh. He's wearing a collar that looks a bit like an S&M collar. All he needs is a gag ball in his mouth. But anyway, moving along. But yeah, Philadelphia baseball officials refused to let him in. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But let's be honest. A child-friendly stadium event and having a gator snapping around, I'd either want to make him the mascot or leave him outside of the fence.
What is their mascot? Wouldn't it be funny if it was a gator? Like, seriously. Oh my God.
I mean, there are football teams with like mascots of gators and stuff.
Yeah.
Sure, but I'm feeling a flattered attack today, ladies and germs out there in the cosmos. But there is some strange news that I have looked at though. So we'll do some strange news, and I'm keeping the show shorter today, I'd say. And then later on we'll hear from Frank from Valiant Stride. But yeah, we're kind of having a bit of a chilled out. We're both trying to get better and stuff, and I kind of want to get cozy. I'm sure you do as well. But we're doing this.
I am cozy.
We're doing this for all 8.7 of you out there.
8.7? I think that's more than 8.7 thousand. Is that how much audience we have?
Sure, why not?
Fuck yeah.
Sure.
That's awesome.
I actually don't know what our numbers are, but We'll go with that.
Sea cucumbers were detained for suspicious behavior in a coastal town in Japan. What the hell?
Yeah, what's constitutes suspicious behavior? I mean, I wonder what the fuck that is.
And how do you detain the sea cucumbers?
Just like jump up and just start burrowing their way into someone's ass.
Oh my god. Well, that's not suspicious, really, because anyway,
Yes,
that is suspicious. Sorry, that is suspicious.
Not by the aid of a human hand.
Like when you just like thought that someone said something else and then you realize what they were saying and then you try to backtrack and you just sound like a perv. That's what just happened just then. But yeah.
I was backtracking.
But how do you detain sea cucumbers? Like what do you mean?
I don't understand that. I mean,
I don't know. Are they a group of fishermen shocked to discover a mass of gathering sea cucumbers exhibiting what they described as suspicious behavior. The cucumbers were reportedly forming patterns in the sand resembling ancient symbols. Local authorities detained the creatures for questioning, but communication issues led to their swift release. What the hell does that mean? That doesn't even freaking make sense. So like they were throwing up gang signs and all this other stuff, and then
so written by Snopes. My God.
Like, and then it says residents are now on high alert, fearing a sea cucumber uprising. Experts, however, believe the incident was merely a natural reoccurrence, though they remain baffled by the precision of the shapes. What?
Let's see, that seems false.
Did aliens like get into the minds of the sea cucumbers or the bodies of sea cucumbers trying to do stuff?
It's possible, absolutely. Consciousness can float for anything. Well, yeah, have you ever watched a horror movie after dark, and then all of a sudden you bang it's like all of a sudden animals decide to scare you at that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say there's definitely consciousness that works like that. It's possible. But overall, I feel like this story comes from Snopes, and I vote a massive 5 crosses. Give it 5 crosses. Don't think that's a real story somehow, but a man accidentally marries a doll and then files for divorce. Sounds like.
How do you accidentally marry? Yeah, how do you accidentally?
I don't know. I've had to find out. I mean, in Alabama, I've made headlines after accidentally marrying a life-size doll at a Halloween-themed wedding. A man dressed as Frankenstein thought he was participating in a prank, but soon found out that the ceremony was legally binding. After spending a week with his plastic bride, he filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. She's just too stiff, he commented. The judge presiding over the case
should have been.
Said it was the most bizarre divorce he'd ever handled. I could see that as possible. Like, grey area paperwork that happened.
She's too stiff. What type of lifestyle doll was this? Aren't they usually soft or blown up by air?
Yeah, well, so what, is the doll really a dead body?
Oh my goodness. Like a dead body, like covered in plaster or whatever, like that sicko movie based on a true story.
Sure, why not?
Is that such a thing? I remember seeing the ad for it. I never actually watched the movie, but then I thought, oh, that looks like a Madame Tussauds type thing. Not that I'm saying that it is, because that's a whole nother thing altogether. They're just, what do you call it? Like when they make the sculpture look like a person.
Yeah, I don't know what to call it. I call that a sculpture.
Is it a sculpture?
All right, man.
Lifelike.
You're leading this one, so something. I'm not sure.
Oh, anyway, it's the meds. I've lost it. Anyway, so.
Yeah, we've got it on our best tonight, guys. So
I wrote the story down as well. My man accidentally marries a doll. Down. But it did happen in Alabama, so it could happen.
It's possible.
It's the place, you know.
But I'm looking at some other stories here. I think they're all bullshit. I've got a bad neck cramp now. Oh, shit.
Mystery of the Missing Moon. That sounds silly. Ghostwrite's bestseller. A ghostwriter?
Hey, I've got to attend to something. It's a noise at my door. I've got to see what's going on.
Okay.
Sorry, hang on.
Hanging. Ostrich farmer confuses llamas for birds. What? That's stupid. How do you mistake llamas for birds? You've got to be quite daft to do that. But because they're not even alike at all. Vote down. The other one is lost tourist accidentally discovers hidden civilization. A tourist in the Amazon rainforest went off the beaten path and stumbled upon what he describes as hidden civilization, living in isolation. What he describes. Keywords. The group, reportedly unaware of the modern technology or outside world, welcomed the tourist as an ambassador from the stars. What? After spending several days with the tribe, the tourist was escorted back to civilization where he shared his story. Archaeologists are now investigating the area, hoping to learn more about this mysterious society. I was just going through the rest of the story with the blunties.
Yeah, do you think they're real? I somehow think perhaps these stories are bullshit. What do you think?
Like, I think these are bullshit. Like, mine are actually, real ones, but yeah, these ones just don't make sense.
No.
These ones are just like too out of the world.
Oh, too much. I found some other stories. I'm just pulling them up now. That's what happens to ChatGPT. Sometimes it's going to throw you some good bones and some bad bones. Because it's a powerful tool to scan through. But okay, I've just asked ChatGPT now because those stories I got from online are bullshit. And yeah, not fun.
Or mine use a gator based.
Well, you are that kind of person, eh? Cold-blooded killer.
A cold-blooded killer. Even on news.com.au is featuring a gator climbing a fence.
Uh-oh.
That's pretty impressive considering that they've got nothing really to hang on with, you know what I mean?
Have you been asked at an interview before, what animal would you be and why?
No.
I have. No.
Have you?
Randomly, just in an interview, I'm just like, if you could be an animal, what would you be? I'm like, fuck, that's weird. That was my ABC interview when I got a job with them. I was always into kangaroos as a kid, but I found out later that's a psychology way they determine what sort of animal you say determines what sort of character you are in the workplace. I was suited for backfill, which meant filling in from various different departments, hopping around. And that's what I got. Yeah. Hope you've never been asked that question in a job interview? No.
Nope.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Different jobs.
What do you think about these things? These psychology, weird fucking HR type things,
I guess there's a space for it depending on what you're going for, I suppose, but I've not been asked these questions.
Yeah, I have once. I just thought I'd go there because of the fact we're talking about animals.
Are you eating Anzac cookies?
No, I'm not. I wish. I've only got soggy sayos.
Oh my God. Oh, well, that'd be better for your throat anyway.
Well, there's a bit of lubrication there, that's right. It's all El Natural. I can feel the little swimmers just licking their way on the tonsils.
It's protein, so they say. It's protein.
Protein means they like teens. What is that?
Protein.
Oh, then like the amino acids. Gotcha.
Protein.
There's some more bizarre news I've got. And an Australian woman finds a venomous snake inside packaged lettuce in Sydney.
Oh.
She got more than she bargained for, and a venomous live snake was inside a pre-packaged lettuce. The snake was a juvenile pale-headed snake hiding amongst the greens. She purchased from a local supermarket. She quickly sealed the bag, contacted wildlife authorities, and they safely removed the snake. And the supermarket chain's investigating how the snake ended up there in the produce section, while the customers sworn off all pre-packaged lettuce for good. And I'd say that's a good move. And every kid has definitely done that, sworn off all Brussels sprouts and lettuce.
Because of snakes? Random snakes.
They hate the taste. They hate the taste. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Dropbox.
Oh, dear.
It's a service I use. It sounds like an insult. Dropbox. You fucking Dropbox. It sounds like.
That sounds actually rude, because if you were talking about it like a female,
exactly,
and you said that she had a Dropbox, it's like, how dare you?
Yeah, exactly. It can. That's true. That's so true. That word, you can turn the innocent word into the most foul sounding.
She's got a Dropbox and a butterface.
Yeah, she's definitely one that's destined for the fucking bin.
God, that's so mad.
Throw that Dropbox away, man.
Oh my God, that's so mad.
That's terrible.
That is terrible, but like the sound of it just sounds so terrible.
It does. All right,
terrible, be real.
Well, there's a story from India that I've got here.
Which one?
Indian officials blame rats for 200 kilograms of seized cannabis that's gone missing. They claim the rats ate over 200 kilograms.
Oh my God.
Of cannabis stored as evidence at a police warehouse. And
shit.
Yeah, it was supposed to be presented as evidence in court. The police officials told the court the rats had somehow infiltrated. Yeah, sure. And they consumed all of the cannabis. Penny, come on.
So hang on a second. Like, how do they know? Did they catch it on video?
I'm not sure.
Because there's no way that these rats are going to be eating that much cannabis and be running away.
Exactly.
They'd be chilling the fuck out.
I know animals do eat cannabis because they love it. That is a true fact.
Catnip, right? Like catnip.
Exactly. But whether they get fucked over on it, I'm not sure.
Really?
Like whether they get high or not. Because like, if we eat cannabis, we're not going to get high if you just swallow it.
You can definitely get high if you eat cannabis if you ingest it, for sure.
No, you can't.
For sure.
Yeah, you got to. It's got to be cooked into something like fat soluble. Apparently, you can't just eat it like straight, like because the hydrochloric acid in the stomach.
Okay.
Apparently, yeah. I could be wrong. I mean, maybe if it was 200 kilograms, you might get pretty fucked up. But
I'm pretty sure that's a lot of kilograms, man.
Yeah, but I don't believe it. I'd say that the rats are like
I'd like
human
to see
rats.
it. I'd like
human
to see
rats.
It. That's it. I'm getting 200 kilos of cannabis, and you better eat it, and we'll put it to the test.
Yeah, that's right. No, but I'm saying that they're saying it's rats that took the drugs. I'd say, yeah, they're rats, but they're human rats.
Oh.
And they're fucking thieves that stole it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you? I would.
Well,
if I knew I was going to get away with it, I would.
Sure.
If I was desperate, why not? Opportunity comes, can't say no. And this is a test. I'm testing you. You passed. No, you didn't. Yes, you did.
Of course I did. I always pass.
Got any other news stories that come from on the line?
On the line, on the net. Oh, shit.
What
about a funeral home owner arrested for selling body parts without consent?
Oh.
So this mofo, a funeral home owner out there, has been arrested because he's been selling the parts without the consent of grieving families. So the woman who owned and operated the funeral home Allegedly, she freaking did. She harvested and sold body parts from deceased individuals entrusted to her care for cremation.
Oh no!
Oh my gosh!
Oh shit! I mean, that's a victimless crime, really, because they're going to end up in ash anyway.
No, it's not victimless because it's the principle of the matter.
Yeah, it's only that because you got caught though. No one would have known nonetheless beforehand. I'm not saying I recommend doing it. I'm not like positive for it, but yeah, I'm just saying technically, I'm not more interested in how she got caught.
Well, because she sold the parts to medical research and educational facilities, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't actually say how she got caught unless she sent a head in and someone was like, oh, I know this person.
Yeah.
And that's terrible.
It's pretty fucked up.
But I mean, like, can you imagine if that happened? Oh my God, that'd be trauma.
I mean, for God's sake, how do you even get in that industry? I know people got to do it, but it takes a certain personality that might, really find passion in it.
How do you get into like funeral homes and morgues and
cutting up bodies and all that and doing?
Well, I mean, cutting up bodies is not a normal thing, really, right? I mean, that's like some gangster or Dexter or crazy psychopath shit, right?
100%.
On the TV. But like funeral homes, I mean, there's a need for it, I suppose.
They prepare the bodies for viewings and stuff and make them look like they're not dead, right? Or less traumatizing.
Yeah.
The coffin viewing and stuff like that in the service.
Yeah. And they
I understand that.
Help all of that, exiting process go a bit better.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody.
Exactly.
But the chopping pieces up, that's a whole nother level. That's not normal. That's not something that's a part of your job as a funeral home owner.
That's right. She's not a fucking coroner, so it's a bit different. That's right. But I'd just like to know how she got busted, though. I mean, obviously someone would have had to have seen her do it or something like that. Like someone blew the whistle for sure. Yeah, because you're not going to know from like an urn of ashes whether a liver's been taken.
This is true.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So she would have had to really have slipped up pretty messily to get busted or whatever. But it's a good thing she's been busted though.
Yeah.
100%. There's another sort of death story down here as well. South Korean students forced to play dead in Squid Game. Inspired exam, a South Korean school has come under fire because the teacher allegedly forced students to play a real-life version of Squid Game during an exam.
Oh, shit.
Come on, no, it can't be real. Teacher reportedly organised a game with students to pretend to be dead after losing. Gotcha. Mirroring the plot of the popular Netflix series, and it caused widespread panic amongst parents and led to a formal complaint, not multiple, but a formal complaint being filed with the education authorities. And the school since issued an apology, and the headmaster is now playing dead to avoid further disciplinary action or charges.
Oh my God, that's so funny. But I mean, that's crazy. Did you actually watch the Squid Games?
I watched 2 or 3 episodes, but I don't like watching dark things because I don't want to manifest more darkness.
Yeah, well, it was kind of it was really messed up, to be honest. Like, I understand that it's a movie, but just to have the mind to put it all together, that's so twisted.
Yeah, 100%. Who did this shit?
Yeah, there was like a lot of people being pitted against each other, and doing things out of desperation for survival. It just takes it to the next level. It takes like what should be reasonable and, to survive, even though it may not be great, versus doing it, because you're getting betted on. You know what I mean? Like, you're trying to survive, but people are betting on you. It's just.
It takes Lord of the Flies to a new level.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's like the Japanese show where all those kids were on the island. I haven't seen it, but
I haven't either. I don't know.
telling me about it. Yeah, it's basically survival of the fittest.
Okay, gotcha. I know some people are fascinated by that sort of shit, but I don't know. I just sort of don't enjoy watching things that are that dark and menacing. But, everyone's different. Some people love that shit.
Yeah, I think it's unnecessary, honestly, because there's so much gruesomeness and darkness in the world already. It's like, do we really need to poison our minds with that type of junk?
Exactly.
Like, I didn't even end up watching all of it,
No, I didn't watch all of Squid Games either. I just saw
I only watched a bit of it out of curiosity, but I didn't finish it.
And just because everyone was talking about it, I was kind of like, I'll put it on.
Yeah, just see what the hype is about. I mean, I will say that it was well done, as in the cinematography, the acting and all of that.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Sometimes when it's done too well, it's too realistic and too relevant type thing. So, yeah, again,
Exactly.
I don't need it.
People like to desensitize us.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, maybe that's why I turn it off, because I don't want to be desensitized to this type of thing.
No, you don't need to see it.
Yeah. I mean, because, like you said, it was really popular with a lot of people. It was number one on Netflix for ages, right?
Yeah, it was.
But, yeah, discernment, switching it off because I didn't want to manifest it or give energy to it in my world.
Exactly. That's right. I'm the same. But yeah, see how they say it's number one. Was it really number one, or was they just want it to be number one and put it there like that because no one will know?
Well, this is true. This is true.
It's like we think it's popular, so we watch things, and that's like tactic as well. It's quite often I think that it's like, does everyone really like this, whatever, or is this just like people believing it because they see it on a screen? It's kind of brings up that sort of conversation as well in a philosophical way. I think the media's got a lot of that. They do that a lot.
Yeah, they do. Definitely.
Like TV shows or movies that are like, got a high budget or something like that. They want to make sure it succeeds, so they'll present it like it's huge and put all the marketing.
Absolutely. Marketing, consumerism, all of that. I mean, you got to do what you got to do to be successful, I suppose, is what they think. That's what they're aiming for.
Speaking of which, do you reckon we should, get into the Valiant Stride interview and wrap up the show? Do you kind of feel like we're at that point yet? Just for this week?
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, I think that we should play Pole Electric.
All right.
And then come back and then play Valiant Stride, or do you think we should play Valiant Stride and then Pole Electric to play us out?
No, I'm going to do it the first way because, it's just easy for the studio. Okay. And, I've got a Pole Electric, so you want something up or down this week?
I think I want something up this week.
All right. Let's think of an uppy. Oh, there's a song I've got called Dropping Plates from our latest album. And, it's a fun little track. It's basically about having too much on your plate in life and keep dropping plates because, too much is happening and you're trying to basically get through the shift, quote unquote, as a metaphor for life. And, it's an uppy song though. It's quite fun. So
awesome.
Dropping Plates from Pole Electric from our most recent album.
That you can find on Spotify, right? Cluster.
That's right. Available on Spotify and all leading online music streaming platforms. It is there. So enjoy this one. Madam Q here, and welcome to another episode of Blunt Talk. We have to do it remotely today, though, due to me being a little bit off and Bella being a bit maybe sick herself. And we got Frank from Valiant Stride, who's on the show with us. So, yeah, Frank from Valiant Stride. Hey, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well, guys. How are you?
Hanging in there, but, kicking on as we do.
That's the way.
Yeah, that's about the size of it for both of us, I think, in our separate rooms where we're at.
It's funny all being separate, but talking.
It is. A few short years ago, we couldn't, unless you're talking on a professional radio station or something. And then as soon as COVID hit, all of a sudden, all these Zoom programs popped up and just made it a lot easier in a sense. And at least we can use the benefit of it today, which is really good.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, thanks for having me here tonight.
Yeah, of course. No worries. And we did a gig. I did a gig filling in with your band last week as the drummer, and it was an amazing show. Just being able to walk in on stage and get up with a bunch of dudes I've never played with before. And it was really fun, though. It was really good. And I love the music, which drew me to want to actually meet you guys too, because I just love the sound. I'd love to hear about Valiant Stride. How did it come to be? And, what sort of guided you or influenced you to create the sounds you do?
Yeah, well, before we get into that, just going back to that gig, what you really pulled through so perfectly, considering how unrehearsed it was. And I was just really happy with how it came together, and your sound, your drumming style, just fitting so perfectly with the sound. It's a great job with that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It was really fun.
Basically, I started with the idea of the album Righteous Street, which I started writing because of all personal experiences and just crazy neighbours on my street who would just give me these great stories. Like, for example, with Hammer to the Wall, that was about my neighbour across the road. It was smashing his next door neighbour's wall down because he was pissed off with him. So if I can base music around reality, it just kind of comes naturally. Just recording the album, it just started with me on my own, and I was getting people overseas, like session musicians, to kind of lay down the drum tracks. And then along the way,
got people from overseas. Pause there 1 sec. Any name people or name session artists?
Really, not that. I don't think so. Well, there's the sax guy. He played sax on one of the songs. His name was Manuel Trabucco. He was from Italy. JJ Jenkins was the second vocalist on the album. But it was just cool to have collaboration, like an international collaboration.
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
I call it a Frankenstein project because of that.
But it's the sum of all parts that makes the whole, though, when it comes to music and bands sort of setting, doesn't it? Really, it sometimes adds the flavour, and it's down to potluck to who you get as well, and whether they gel with it and stuff. It sounds like everyone got the picture, though, which is lovely.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of the times I'll just start and getting the basic track down with the loop pedal. I'd put just a drum machine over it and then do some guitar tracks, and then I'd come up with the melody afterwards, and it just falls into place eventually.
That sounds so good. Such a mix of music as well. So who are your musical influences?
Biggest one would have to be Pink Floyd, particularly David Gilmour for me. It's been a big influence on my guitar playing and tone, and I love Dire Straits. You might hear a bit of Dire Straits in there. And Led Zeppelin. I think Matt Steele, our current lead singer, has a lot of that Robert Plant in him too. So it's just a real mashup, isn't it?
Yeah, you'd have a great band that you have together. So I'm wondering, where did you learn those skills with playing the guitar in the back of your head?
That was the first time I ever tried that.
Really?
You nailed it, man.
Surely you would have had to practice it. That was so good.
I'd done it at home, mucked around with it, but I'd never done it live before. And I just felt, honestly, thanks to Matt, the energy you brought with you, especially at the end, I really was getting into it. And I just felt like, you know what, this is the perfect moment. Just put the guitar behind my head and start playing. And Yeah, and I don't think I played any bum notes, so that's a plus.
Not at all. That was amazing. That's why I can't believe it was your first time.
Yeah,
I'd take that as a compliment, though, especially you must have been vibing off the energy of how it was going to feel comfortable doing that too. And, just to have that energy. Like, I could see you guys were loving it too, which is really fun, especially when you did that as well. And, what I love about the band is that no one's pretentious, even though the singer's really confident, commands the room, and yourself as a lead guitarist as well. You guys are so down to earth. Do you think that's the magic behind the music?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, everyone has to be on the same page for it to kind of work, and that's a big part of growing as a band. I think the only way a band can really succeed is everyone kind of has to have that same drive and vision and just gel and agree with each other, and that's the idea with us. We all want to get along and just enjoy the musicality.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, it's very difficult. A lot of bands out there, you've probably heard me talk about it on Blunt Talk maybe or whatever. Sydney's a very, very hard place to gather any kind of a following. It's very difficult. How do you navigate some of those sort of chicken and the egg scenarios, I guess you could call it, where you've got only Triple J really that's the arbiter of artists that then get on tours with festivals and stuff like that. But to get on a festival bill, you need to be with a profile and all that kind of stuff. And there's not much room for the old days of playing your way up through the pubs. I'm interested to find your perspective on all that and what you guys are doing to kind of move past that.
Every show that, we've managed, or, gig that we've managed to get a hold of has just been pure luck. And you just have to kind of take that opportunity. But I think with Spotify, it's really is advertising yourself on the internet with social media and submitting to playlist curators to kind of get listeners to different ball games, really.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say it does open up a lot of opportunities as well, because so many more people could hear your music that couldn't in the old days when it was a record company that was controlling everything. But now anyone could upload their music virtually if they're savvy enough, and it's easy to do. And if you're good, which you are, there's no reason why you can't continue to build a following and stuff, which is, I think, is a beautiful part of it.
It's all about networking, really, isn't it? Networking and social medias and connection, like you were saying.
Yeah, it's definitely. It's you do have to have the knowledge too, and
there's a lot of that in the music scene. It's I think it's luck that meets opportunity and your hard work. So you combine those three. You got to be in it and present to be able to actually, network and in that right moment to meet that special someone that's going to be cool, I'll go give you guys opportunity. It's but if you're not doing it, then you're not going to ever find out, kind of thing. It's one of those sort of things. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. It'll be great to follow you guys along on the journey as well, because it'll be cool to see how you progress over the next year. Just from your formula of just sticking to it, trying to reach out as much as you can to people. Once you get the album out as well, it'll be interesting to see how that goes on Spotify, because I could see that you guys have a lot of weekly followers, which is a fantastic thing. So you got over 1,600 weekly listens, don't you, at the moment?
I think it was something like that. But we have our next single coming out next month, of the 20th of September. Mm-hmm. That'll be Golden Dreams.
What's that about?
That one, I guess it's a bit of a personal song in a way. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a character built around kind of how I was feeling at the time of writing it. It's based in the actual street that the album's based on, and kind of wanting to break out of that street and trying to go for a bigger dream, a bigger picture.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, it's just it came to my mind. I just a lot of times I write what comes to my mind if I'm feeling it, and then but if I ever try to force it, it just doesn't come, and I'll have writer's block.
It's definitely something that you have to feel through the heart, and the soul almost channels the music through you, and it just comes out when you just let it happen naturally and organically. Is that kind of how it works for you as well?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. even just writing the music, like even a chord progression, if I think about it, even the theory behind it, it just doesn't work for me that way. It only works if I don't know what I'm doing.
It's so true. That's I think it draws people to, especially in the days where no one had auto-tune and everything else. So imperfections of 70s records and, even music from the 80s. There was just something from the soul in some of that music, wasn't it? It captured something that was really special that sometimes we don't hear these days. Would you sort of agree with that?
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's amazing how because you record all your music and mix it yourself.
Yeah.
But it sounds great. I mean, even when I was listening to, those Pole Electric songs throughout the week, I'm like, the production quality is so great on them.
Oh, wow. Thanks, man.
Thank you. Thank you. I've only been saying this. Sorry, go on.
Bella and I have had this in-running joke. She's like, why don't you talk up your own act? I'm like, dude, I can't talk up my own act, otherwise it's pretentious.
But it's not even a joke, though. He's the one that does a joke. I'm serious about it.
Oh, 100%. It's something to be proud of, Matt.
Exactly.
I appreciate that a lot. I mean, it is hard. The process of doing music does take a lot of dedication as well. And for every artist, that's different too. Like, I know yourself, you've kind of been working with studios and other people, and that in itself is amazing to be able to pull all those elements together and find an engineer that can actually understand what it is you're trying to, portray as well. It's to me, it's fascinating because I always try to do everything myself. So it's actually really cool when I get to talk to people that do things differently. So I'm loving hearing about how you do it as well, and sort of allows me to be able to sort of bounce off my experience too. But I'd love to hear Bella asking a few questions as well, because I don't want to overpower poor B.
What's on the horizon for Valiant Stride?
Well, besides the single next month and then the full album release, which will be, I'm planning maybe October, November.
Are you going to have a release party?
I'd like to.
How did Valiant Stride, the name, come about?
Yeah.
And I just kind of went through the dictionary. And I needed a name. I needed a name for the band, and I wanted something that hadn't been taken. So I just went through the dictionary, and I eventually got to the V's, and I saw Valiant.
And Valiant. Nice. The meaning of Valiant is
brave, courageous, and then I thought, and it has a nice meaning behind it too.
Yeah.
And then, and then I thought, I need a second word to it. So now I need to find, Valiant something. And then eventually, I found stride in the dictionary, and stride is like a step, a big step you take. So there you go, like a valiant step, and a courageous step.
It's pretty much really a true story about the story of you putting together the music and the band.
Exactly.
Taking valiant strides in a very difficult kind of paradigm. It's really awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's perfect.
It's a very bumpy road, that's for sure.
It is, but you're remaining honest about it, and I don't detect any of that sort of, I guess, false ego type mentality. And you're very realistic with it, which I think actually is good.
Absolutely.
So what things, if it's meant to be, it'll fall into place. But I don't want my hairs to go grey over it either.
That can happen.
As long as you're having fun with it, which you are.
Yeah, I mean,
and it gives really great energy.
Yeah, just playing the songs, just play. I love getting up there and playing. That's what I want to do more of with it. Just to play in front of people. It's a great feeling, even just seeing people dancing to the music, like on last Saturday. It was great, wasn't it?
So good.
Yeah, for the first song on, there was people who were getting up, and when you play to a full house compared to playing to empty rooms, it does just lift your spirits, even if you're in a bad mood before you even got on stage. It doesn't matter what you're going through, getting on that stage and people are like feeding off the energy of the music that you're playing. There's nothing that feels better in this world, really. It's just amazing. It's a godly experience.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very rewarding.
Yeah, definitely. Because this is something I've been saying, because I've got like a project that's a hobby, right? And we haven't really been pushing for gigs or anything like that. But we've kind of found that like when we release albums, they don't get any return feed on it. And I think like music is very important for us to get a return feed from other people that are liking what we're doing and vibing off it, because then it vibes us more as an artist. That's like all of a sudden creates a loop where the music gets better because you want to like impress people and you want them to be like inspired kind of thing. So yeah.
Are you doing it for the people or are you doing it for yourself?
I'm doing it for myself. You know,
Right.
That's why, you know, that's what's so personal to me. You know, and it's funny, like, you know, there's also like little stories where you hear it all the time. Like a lot of times people say, oh, you know, this song's too long, or, you know, this and that. But this is how I envision it. This is my music, and I would never change anything about, you know, the way that's been written just because someone else doesn't approve of it, you know, if that kind of makes sense.
Exactly.
You know, a lot of the times that's what happens, and the artist kind of is no longer the artist. It's no longer their vision.
Yeah, because they take the creative direction away from them. So, but
Yeah.
then they say it's what's marketable. But I suppose sometimes their vision and your vision doesn't necessarily align. So, are you saying that if you were signed, you wouldn't sell out? You'll stick to your guns
Yeah.
and have songs as long as the Titanic.
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah. I mean, look, I'm the type, I can't do something. I can't force myself to do something if my heart's not in it. And yeah, I couldn't. There's no way I could live with something I'm not unhappy with. You know.
Yeah, that's right. I'm really fascinated too by the fact that like you got band members that are from 21, I think the bass player, right up to like almost in their 70s. Can you kind of unpack how everyone met? I think that's a really important part of the journey of Valiant Stride.
Yeah, it's that's crazy. Everyone just kind of came from different. Nick, he was our keyboardist. Nick, he was in a Pink Floyd tribute band that I was in. But on that night, William filled in for Nick, and he's a friend of Luke, who's the bassist, and he's a friend of Michael, who did the photos of the night. So that's how I met them. Ross is a friend of Nick, the keyboardist. So everyone kind of knows each other. Matt, the singer, auditioned for our Floyd band, a Pink Floyd tribute band, and then we didn't end up going with him at the time, but I really liked his voice, and then I brought him into the studio one day to record the song Change, which hasn't been released yet, but that's the last song on the album. It was the last song we played on the night where I put the guitar behind my head. But yeah, and then yeah, it really worked out well, that session, and then he's just stuck with the band since. Tim, a rhythm guitarist, he's also a friend of Nick. So the majority of people are kind of connected with the other keyboardist, Nick, who I met through when we were doing the Pink Floyd covers.
Okay.
Yeah, so
And
yeah,
how about
that's a lot of people.
It is, I think, well, how many years in the band? Is it 7 or 8?
Seven, yeah.
What about the chick?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, yes, and Vanessa was also part of the Pink Floyd band as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I'm wondering how that all fit together, you know, like...
yeah.
That's quite interesting. So to anyone out there that's sort of wondering what we're talking about, just the eclectic mix of different musicians that make up Valiant Stride, and how you can, I guess you could call yourself a band leader in a way, really, for lack of a better term, as in like you keep everyone sort of cohesive and everything. It's amazing how you could keep 7 people together. Some people have trouble with 3.
Yeah, I don't know how it's, yeah.
They must enjoy the music though. It must come back to that art-centered. You know, everyone loves what they're playing, and they're doing it for the right reasons. They're not doing it for just money on its own or stupid things like that, or you know, to impress a girlfriend.
No, yeah. I mean, with the 7 people, it does get hard because everyone has a lot of commitments, and you know, just the idea, we want to keep the ball rolling, and everyone's cool with that. Everyone's understanding of that, because we're in a period where we need that spark. We need to strike while the iron's hot. You know,
It's sometimes going to look like it's impossible, but this is the thing with succeeding in life too, in a spiritual sense, isn't it? Like, you kind of have to just follow your passion and keep going and get through the tests that the universe throws at you invariably. You gotta say, it feels like that sometimes.
Oh, 100%. I just believe that, I'm here to do my part, and, I'll do everything I can, but ultimately, it's in God's will where what my purpose is, what my true purpose is, and where I will end up. You just keep striving for what you believe in.
Absolutely. Sounds great.
I think that's a good opportunity from that to throw to you and tell us what you want to hear, or what you want the people to hear on Blunt Talk.
Oh, okay. Maybe we could give people a sneak peek of Golden Dreams, because I guess that'll be the next single.
Exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel free to introduce your song, Frank.
Well, this is Golden Dreams. It's one of my more personal ones, and it's very sentimental to me. Yeah, and then this was actually the only song recorded with a nylon string acoustic, which I had since I was 12 years old. So, here it is.
Awesome. Golden Dreams here on Blunt Talk.
Valiant Stride.
I remember when I was young, I strove to be number one. Now the days are short and nothing gets done, so I say goodnight to the sun. Golden dreams, my mind at ease. Sometimes it feels like I'm all on my own, but I know our roads lead to Rome. And if I don't know where I should go, I'll make my way home. Golden dreams, my mind at ease. Watch the bride now as she walks down the aisle. She'll be walking for 1,000,000 miles, and when she gets to the finish line, she'll celebrate with fine red wine, and finally she'll see all the signs. Golden dreams, my mind at ease. I watch the nightlife from the 17th floor as I fight my internal war. And when you hear those light knocks at your door, you'll know I've come back for more. Golden dreams, my mind at ease. I've let my worries go to float in the air. Now I can show that I care. So
Golden Dreams there from Valiant Stride here on the wondrous, most amazing show in the history of humanity. Blunt Talk with MQB. And we're off now. And we'll just we'll let you know what's coming up next week on the show. Bella, we got some more news stories and some interesting highlights to go over next week. We're going to be in person again too, right?
Hopefully so. We'll see how it goes.
Exactly. So
how we're adaptable, which is so good.
It's awesome. It's good we can do the show super far and close up. But yeah, we probably didn't have as much vibe tonight because we're both in our own individual setting, quite, for other reasons. Sort of run down at the moment. And I'm doing my best. I know Bella's doing her best as well. But yeah, hopefully back to our exciting, cheeky charm this time next week on Blood Talk.
Yep. See you then. Bye.
Good night, everyone. And fuck off.
MQ.
That's my signature, ain't it? I didn't mean that, everyone. Good night. Good day. We'll see you soon.
You can email us and complain about him.
Yeah, that's right. blunttalk.mqb@gmail.com.
What was it?
Oh, I'm not saying it twice.
blunttalk.mqb@gmail.com.
That's a Roger. That's a Roger. Roger. Da-da.